Well, hi Taurus, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Taurus, let's find out what you can expect. Oh, there you are, first card coming up in your future here. Wow. Taurus. You have the Lovers as the overall energy of your entire reading. This is the card for Gemini. So Gemini might be strong in your chart or strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But the Lovers, this is a divine soulmate, either coming in or is in your life right now. This is your guardian angels and spirit guides here. And it's like they're trying to oversee you, to look over you as a divine soulmate. That means that you've been soulmates and lovers in another life, at least one other life. Sometimes there's unfinished business for one reason or another, and that's why you're back together again. We have the Hierophant in your highest energy. This is your card, Taurus. But the energy is what's most important, and the energy is about being grounded, secure, and stable. It's very spiritual. This card can represent marriage or commitment. So we have the Lovers and the Hierophant as the two strongest energy cards in your entire reading. Let's find out what's going on. Up here in your highest energy, right above the Lovers and next to the Hierophant, is the Emperor. This is the card for Aries. So Aries might be strong in your chart someplace or in someone else's chart around this reading. But the Emperor, the energy is what's most important, and that is kind of a rigid, stubborn kind of way of looking at things. The Emperor is sitting on a granite throne. They hold true to, they go by the book, you know, and they kind of hold true to themselves. They're very well liked and respected by others. They be a leader in their profession of sorts, but they're much admired by other people. So the Emperor is up in your highest energy. So I feel like you're holding on to something here that has to do with this divine soulmate that's in your life or coming in. I think might already be there. I'm not sure yet. And you're thinking about commitment. You're thinking about the long haul with this soulmate. Right next to the Emperor, I don't know why these cards are slippery today. Next to the Emperor is the Seven of Pentacles. So up in your highest energy here, we have you looking at Pentacles. You're waiting for this relationship to come to fruition. You're waiting for this relationship to become committed and possibly into a marriage. So you're feeling kind of humdrum about it, but you're holding true. You're holding steadfast to what you think should happen, how it should happen, and what you want. There's nothing wrong with that. Under the Hierophant is the Nine of Swords. You're up in your head, though. It's starting to wear on you. These thoughts about, will this relationship ever come to fruition? Will we ever move to the next level in this relationship? It's really starting to take a toll on you, especially in your quiet times. And these thoughts, swords are thoughts of truth and clarity here. And they just keep coming through your mind in your quiet times, no matter what you're doing. So this Nine of Swords is right next to the Lovers. So it is about this connection. That's a very, very strong connection. We have the Queen of Wands here, Taurus, on the other side of the Lovers. This is fire. So that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That gives us 2 for Aries if you want to, start adding them up. But the energies are what's most important. This is your energy. You're holding a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. You're a very passionate person. You really probably might have fire in your chart someplace, but you want to move forward. You're holding that staff. In the Seven of Pentacles, you're leaning on it because you're tired of waiting. You're getting tired of waiting for the next step to come through in this relationship. You have where you put your heart, you put your passion. So if you love gardens, animals, other people, that's where your passion lies. Very passionate at heart. But you do want to move forward, and you're waiting and you're ready. Under the Nine of Swords is the Hermit. The Hermit is a card for Virgo, so Virgo might be strong in your chart someplace or around this reading in someone else's chart. But this is seeking your path forward. You're wondering, if you're ever going to move forward, for one thing, because there it goes again. I don't know. I hope I don't do that all day. But I hope, that you've been in your up in your head here about this relationship, moving to the next level. So I think you're wondering if this is your path or not. Are you going to have to take another path? Is it ever going to happen? So this is reaching out about your path forward. That the universe hears you when the Hermit comes out. I do look around the Hermit and pay special attention. For one thing, they know that you are, you're getting tired, it feels like, of waiting for this relationship to come to fruition. Also, next to the Hermit is the Page of Wands. There is something you do want to speak up about this. It's brewing. It's brewing. And it's coming from the bottom of your feet. It's going to come out your mouth. And it's all about that wand, that wand of fresh starts and new beginnings. You're ready to move forward. And so in order to decide what path you want to take forward, I think you're going to be speaking up and speaking out about your feelings here that are becoming overwhelming. That's something that needs to be done. It makes you question the love. I have the Queen of Cups right next to the Page of Wands and right under the Queen of Wands. So in this, you want to move forward. You got the wand here, tired of waiting. You got the wand here, you got the wand here. Now we've got the Queen of Cups right between the Page and the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Cups, these are all male or female, by the way. The Queen of Cups is trying to peek into this is the only cup in the deck with a lid on it, so you can't see into the cup unless you peek through those little windows. What's in that cup are answers to love questions. So you are starting to wonder whether the love is there because you're not moving forward. There are questions that you have, and this is going to come up in whatever's brewing about this situation, and will be coming out your mouth to your divine soulmate because you're feeling like you need to move forward somehow here. So it's making you doubt the love when the commitment is not coming through. Okay. And by commitment, I mean at least just, like moving to the next level in the relationship. It's like when you're a child and let's say you do really good on your homework and you get a gold star. It makes you want to do more. Well, if you're not getting any encouragement on moving forward in a relationship, it kind of drags the fun out of it, the excitement, the encouragement. Let's see what else you need to know, Taurus. There's the King of Wands. This is a very passionate relationship. Matter of fact, you're also soulmates. Well, we know you're soulmates. You're divine soulmates. You might be twin flames now with this King and Queen. Twin flame relationships are tumultuous, and very few work out. It's the ones that do that are just awesome. But I can't say definitively, that this is a soulmate or a twin flame relationship. But I can say it's a soulmate relationship. And it's divine. So up here in your highest energy is the King of Wands. So again, this is fire. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius might be strong in your chart, in their chart, or around this reading. But you have your hand on that staff, a fresh starts and new beginnings again, your hand on your hip. This is very, very strong, right next to waiting for this relationship to move to the next level. And you're ready to move forward. You are so ready to move forward. It's right next to the King of Wands is right next to the Three of Wands. This is you. I mean, You're holding on to a staff again, another staff, a fresh starts and new beginnings. But you're looking out there over the world. There's 3 ships out there. You're wondering if this is your ship or not. This is part of your love questions. Is this the person you've been waiting for? Because it might not be feeling like it at the moment. It might be feeling stagnant. So you're wondering, you're kind of like dreaming that, especially when you're up in your thoughts here, and this relationship isn't moving forward, you're wondering if you're in it, if you're the only one who's really in it, this relationship. If this 3 of Wands is next to the Empress, this is a card for Taurus or Libra. This is your energy. Male or female, you possess beautiful qualities as being a person, just being an individual. You are kind and considerate and loving and thoughtful and generous, and I can go on and on. If you're a parent, you're a very good parent. Sometimes it can signify pregnancy. But I feel like, male or female, that the universe, they put this card out a lot to remind you of who you are and that you deserve good things because you are a good person. And so whoever you do allow to come into your life that you really do want to move forward with in life must have a lot of those same qualities. So watch for those qualities in whoever's you're thinking about moving forward with. If they don't have those qualities, don't do it. If they do have a lot of those qualities, then this is a go for you. But they have their side too. I have the King of Wands here, and underneath is the 7 of Swords, and right next to the Queen of Wands. Something is being hidden from you, or like something. There's some kind of deceitful energy. That's what's holding this relationship back. There is some kind of, at least you're feeling that way, all right? You're feeling like there's something else going on here. They're hiding something from you. Now, what could that be? I mean, this is a card of deceitfulness, lying, stealing, cheating. It could be rumors. It could be just hiding their love from you. It could be, any number of things, but it is deceitful. It's something they're hiding from you. And you really feel like they are, so your guard is up. And this is under looking out there for wondering if there's a better ship out there for you. Your sword is up, Page of Swords. You're in self-defense mode, and you're kind of like hyper aware of everything that they do now, because you're not swinging the sword, but you're thinking that you might have to. The Page of Swords is right next to the 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands is under the Empress, your energy here, being a beautiful person inside. You're very much conflicted, okay, with this 5 of Wands. So you're conflicted about this relationship, about whether or not really that you're going to be able to move forward in this relationship. Under the 7 of Swords is the 6 of Cups. Now this is next to the Queen of Cups. So the 6 of Cups, this is another soulmate card. You might have even known this person since childhood in this life. So, but it started out very sweet and sincere. This is the only cup that's allowed to have anything in it, and it actually has a flower in it. And so another soulmate card. There is such a strong connection between you and your divine soulmate. But you're going on guard against this soulmate here. You're starting to feel under the Page of Swords like maybe you should start blocking their energies, because you're always winding up all up in your head. And that's not a good feeling. And it's all over the same thing, is I feel like you're putting work into this relationship and you want to, have a stable and secure relationship, and they're just not putting the effort in. I feel like that this is how you're feeling. You feel like there's something sneaky going on. So you're blocking here, you're starting to block, and you're starting to block their energies from coming in because you're tired of waiting. You're tired of being up in your head, wondering, if it's ever going to move further down the road. It's right, this blocking here is right next to the Page of Pentacles, which is under the Five of Wands. So yeah, I mean, being up in your head, this is anxiety, stress, confusion, a lot of mental strife. And you're looking at that pentacle. It's like, what are you, is this pentacle, you're thinking and wondering and trying to dissect and analyze this pentacle and wondering, is it ever going to come to fruition? Is it ever going to be offered to me? You have a pentacle that you can offer, but will they be able to do that? This is all part of this reading. Very, very strong connection between you and the person that I'm talking about. Probably a strong sexual connection. There's a lot of passion going on here. That's why I'm thinking this could be a twin flame relationship, but I'm not going to say it is for sure. Only very few twin flame relationships come to fruition because there's a lot of butting heads. There's a lot of it's sort of like the emperor. It's like you're both acting like the emperor, like I'm not going to budge, you're not going to budge. You know, it just, you're so much alike. You're twin flames. And when you're twin flames, there's a lot of headbutting. So let me pull out one more card for this reading, and it's the Six of Pentacles. Now, this is being breadcrumbed. It's exactly what I said, that you feel like you're putting in all the work, or most of the work, and they're not contributing enough to this relationship. So that's really got you wondering if you'll ever take that next step forward in the relationship. So this Six of Pentacles being breadcrumbed, throwing your scales off balance, lands right on the Seven of Pentacles, waiting for something to come to fruition. And this is almost like begging for attention, you know, begging for, please, you know, let's talk, or something, because I just feel like you need to move forward one way or another with the Hermit here. And so you will have to come out and speak up about how you're feeling to make this decision on how you're going to move forward. It lands right on the King of Wands, one of the soulmate cards in your highest energy, about moving forward, holding on to that staff, a fresh starts and new beginnings. You're ready to go, but are they? And I think that's part of your question. So, wow, Taurus, this is your reading. And thank you so much for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.